Franklin.
I am Betty Franklin, a representative with Hunt County Cotton Museum, and today we're interviewing Mr. Deano. We know him as Deano. His name is Andrew Dean, a barber, and in Greenville, Texas. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Deano, for agreeing for this interview for the African American History presentation. I've heard so much about you. I understand that you've been in the business about 52 years. Could you tell me how you first got started in the business?
Well, kind of explain my father.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced me to barbering.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept trying to persuade me to do it, but at the last minute I decided that I would go ahead and try it. You know, I wasn't even thinking about being a barber.
Uh-huh.
But I guess it was in me because my first day at school, the man asked me had I been cutting for a long time, because what he showed me, I picked it up real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I just picked it up, and from then on, that's where I am today. I was inspired by my father, and he connected me with Clarence Deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Clarence Deal opened up the door for me to get started.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going ever since.
Tell me a little bit about Mr. Clarence Deal. Where did he operate?
Clarence Deal, his business was in the flat.
Mm-hmm.
They called it flat back then,
mm-hmm.
you know. And that's where I started, in the flat. I was
mm-hmm.
Mr. Fitzpatrick had a barbecue stand, and
mm-hmm.
Limpsey and Drill, and I think it was a church there too. I think it was
What's the chapel?
called Temple.
Mm-hmm.
What's the chapel?
West Chapel Church in the flat. We had all these black businesses right there together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
That's how I started right there.
I've heard a lot of wonderful stories about the businesses in the flat. What was that life like back then?
Life was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was good to see black people come together
mm-hmm.
as one, trying to support the community.
Mm-hmm.
And another good thing about it, that you had a church in the midst of black business.
Uh-huh.
So it let us know that the Spirit of God was there with us.
Yes.
So I thank God for that.
Now, 52 years. Tell me about the success of 52 years.
52 years? Well, I always said plant a seed and water it.
Mm-hmm.
I was watered by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first started, things was slow.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's just like a lot of people went to go to college and they think jobs will open up for them just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to grow from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And the seed was planted. And I went through some trials, I went through some tribulation in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But God blessed me to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
The devil got in my way on a lot of things. And I have experienced a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So the things that I went through, I can help other people with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing about life, you got to keep your head up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hold your head down. You got to keep pressing on. So
mm-hmm.
that's the reason where I am today.
Mm-hmm. A young person getting into the business today, what would you tell a young barber who's first starting out? What advice would you give him?
Well, one thing I would tell a young barber is that when you go into business, first of all, God bless you with the business.
Mm-hmm.
If God bless you with the business, which I know God did, that's the only reason people get to where they are,
mm-hmm.
you got to treat it like a business.
Mm-hmm.
You can't treat it like nothing else but
mm-hmm.
a business. You come there to support the people in the neighborhood or wherever you preside,
mm-hmm.
and just handle it like a business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing. You know, you just can't run it any kind of way. You can't let people come in and dictate your life. Your life's already dictated. That's the reason why you're in the business.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you just got to handle it like a business, nothing else.
Mm-hmm. And the new styles today, you know, I see young men having different styles. In the old days, I think it was just basic cut. Tell me about the new styles.
Well, the way I look at it, nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
What's here now, it's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Styles they haven't really changed. It's just that it just got a new name to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the style they got now with the dreadlocks,
uh-huh.
you know, hanging down, you know.
Uh-huh.
You think about it, back in the day, that's where they had dreadlocks. They just wasn't combing them. You know what I'm saying? And they really think they in style with what's going on now, but it's really not new. Because like I said, nothing new on the sun. And Ivy League, collar cut, highball fade, all that stuff, it's all the same. You just got a little bit more on or taking less off. So it's all about the same.
And you mentioned the dreadlocks, and I see them in all different styles, and you know the long, and so you're telling me this is nothing new because this has been around for a while.
It's been around, you know.
Okay.
But you take back then when people were wearing dreadlocks, they really know they call them dreadlocks. But the way young men are wearing their hair now, it's a new thing, but it's not the right thing. Because when I started getting into the word, the Lord said, "Man ain't supposed to have long hair."
Yeah, that's
so,
interesting.
You know, long is long. I should be able to know what you are when I see you. Some men's hair is so long they look like women.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You know, I'm not trying to dictate nobody on how they're supposed to wear their hair, but I'm just saying, look, when I started reading the Bible, man, I'm supposed to wear the long hair.
And that is very interesting. We were talking about the barbershop being the staple in the black community, and do you feel that's still the same way today?
Do I feel like
it's still a popular business in the black community?
Yes, it's still because you know you still got the young men come to black business. Even though you have other people like the white people they cut hair and you got Spanish people cut hair. Everybody flock different places. See, there was a time when people went to black church, and now they go to black, go to white church. We're all mixing together, and all make one. Barbershop is a barbershop. But like I said, it's how you treat the people when they come in and how they treat you when they do come in. It go both ways. I respect you, you respect me. So it's all about the same. But we just don't learn how to grow together, and we don't learn how to mingle together as brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Even though we are different races, but we all one blood. We all one spirit. We got eyesight.
Beautiful. You mentioned treatment. Tell me about hospitality. Tell me about your best customers and the customers that give you. Sometimes you say, "Well, that wasn't the best customer," but then there's this great customer. Do a comparison between the good customer and the not so good customer.
Well, in the eyesight of a barber, everybody is a good customer. Now you got some that come in that don't talk. They got that quiet spirit, and you got to learn how to deal with that person. Then you got some that mouth that never shut. You got to learn how to deal with him. It's all a barber is a person who has to blend in with the customer. Okay. See, if I'm having a bad day, I can't bring my bad day inside this shop. I still got to treat people because you run your business off. You got to treat people right. And sometimes I got people come to my shop, they having a bad day. And when I can dictate people on what they're going through. I know when to speak and when not to speak. So, it's all about how you deal with the atmosphere. I can raise the temperature and I can lower the temperature. You know what I'm saying? God just let me to have what you call a discerning spirit. Discerning spirit, I can feel what somebody going through. I can feel when somebody going through some things when they come through that door. And I just don't know how to talk to them. And that's all about running the business.
Sounds like you're like a counselor to them as well.
Well, I look at myself as a barber. But then too again, sometimes I find myself being a counselor because some young men come to me about things that go on in their lives. Not only young men, I have people of my own age going through some things. And sometimes I share with them because first I start with me, what I've been through in life. The sun don't shine every day. The only light can come upon you, but how do you handle it? That's how you build your foundation. How do you handle your situation? Because everybody's situation is different. We don't have the same title. So we got to understand that what he going through may not be what I'm going through, but I've been through something, and I'm able to help some people on certain things.
I liked it when you said that's how you build your foundation.
Yeah. And
that's really impressive because you mentioned you grow from that foundation, and that's so helpful to people. I also would like to ask you about the techniques. Has the equipment changed over the years? I know at times it used to be just a razor, but has the equipment you use changed over the years?
Yes, when I first started in '69, they had electric clippers. They also had hand clippers that you just squeeze and cut.
Mm-hmm.
So really, clippers done come a long way, and there been
Mhm.
different styles that came out there by different companies.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you're using clippers, you got to find the one that fits you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody clipper don't fit you right.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna handle it right. You know what I'm saying? So you deal with certain clippers, and you see what best work for you. That's what you deal with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And when we just mentioned clippers, but let's talk about hair product. Has the hair product evolved as well?
Yeah, it's all that stuff changed.
Oh,
All that
okay.
stuff changed. You know, they got spray. They can spray on people's hair, make it shine. And you got some people hair who might be tight. You can spray just certain kind of chemical to loosen it up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's all different types of hair, but it's still hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then the eyesight of a barber, everybody's hair is good. Because I'm being blessed to give you service, and I'm blessing you, and you bless me at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got good hair.
Mm-hmm. Have you had a customer that maybe a business person to come in, an outstanding customer? You said, wow, he came to my shop?
I never look at the title that they hold.
Uh-huh.
I mostly look at people on how they carry themselves. Too much is given, much is required.
Uh-huh.
Everybody not meant to be up here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to be careful how we treat the one who's not there.
Mm-hmm. Because
God going to judge you on how you treat people.
that's true. That's
See,
so true.
See, people, just because they up here now,
Uh-huh.
they can be down here tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Because you can be, what they call that, too uppity.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not thinking about how God bless you.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, like me right now, I have always been right.
Mm-hmm.
But now I know God, I know where I am today.
Mm-hmm.
I can't look at another man and down him because I was one time ignorant myself.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see the light, so I gotta be careful how I treat him. I better try to keep myself with an humble spirit.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You know, I know people enjoy coming to the barbershop. As a customer came and stayed so long, you wonder, why is he still here? I already cut his hair and he's been here 3-4 hours.
I never had that in my shop.
Uh-huh.
Because, like I said, I run it as a business.
Uh-huh.
It's not a place where you come play dominoes.
Uh-huh.
It's not a place where you come play cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's to serve you for a cut, shave,
Uh-huh.
eyebrow arch, and that's what you get,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Uh-huh.
And not, see, when you have all these kind of games in your shop, people gonna stay 2 or 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a place of business.
Mm-hmm.
It's not home.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get too relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some people come in that just want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk with them, and that's what we do, because I got people that retire.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you retire, you run out of place to go. So where can I go? I'm going to the barbershop.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to mingle with the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's just life itself.
Uh-huh. Let me ask you about the ladies. I know ladies come in, new styles with the ladies. They wear their hair really short. Tell me, do you work with a lot of ladies cuts?
I have quite a few ladies that still come to my shop because
Mm-hmm.
they still wear the style that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
Short afro.
Mm-hmm.
And I can still cut that because that's the first cut I started cutting back in '69 when this came out.
Uh-huh.
I thought I cut afro.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of, you know, like I said, nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
What's been here, it's been here before. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
But to the new generation, that thing is new.
Mm-hmm.
This style been here way before their time, before they even thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can deal with it.
Uh-huh.
Now, you know, all that big old curls in the head and wanted to layer this. I'm not good with that.
Uh-huh.
I admit that I'm not.
Uh-huh.
But afro,
Uh-huh.
I'm a man on that.
Uh-huh. You know, I'm thinking, I remember when men used to wear perms and different hairstyles. What was the
You talking about the curls?
and
Yeah.
the perms,
Yeah.
the straightened
Well,
perms.
the women could fix their hair the way they want it,
Uh-huh.
but the barber had to keep it shaped up.
Okay.
But
Uh-huh.
you gonna always have some ends gonna outgrow each other.
Uh-huh.
You just got to know how to tend to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot of like because they got now look at videos, see the style of haircut.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been blessed by God, so I can look at a haircut and cut it.
Oh, wonderful,
I don't
wonderful.
need no teeth, just look at it.
Uh-huh. I know when a lot of beauticians and different, they have to go back and renew their license every so often. Is that as well as the barbers? You have to go back?
Yeah, you have to go back after so long. You know, sometimes it's 2 years.
Okay.
You have to renew your license. You got to keep up. It's just like your driving license. I have license to drive. But sometimes I got to go back.
Okay.
You want to make sure I can still see. And then your license, you want to make sure you keep them up, or you know, stay in the profession.
You touched on religion, but you haven't touched much on family. Tell me a little bit about your family.
Well, the reason why I didn't touch on the family, because you didn't inquire me about the family. The family always involved. I tell people, you got to keep yourself balanced. Now, there was a time I didn't seek religion. But when God touched my heart, He showed what religion was. First of all, you need religion because you need God. God don't need us. We need God. And so religion now is first in my life. Then I go from religion to my business. The reason why religion to business, because they have a business to take care of family. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of young men mess up. They won't get a family before they do their business. And they don't work like that. Because when that baby and they say, I need milk or some diapers, you better have something going on. So I keep myself balanced. Because God is the forerunner of my life. Because He said, remember, in the Bible said, remember your first love. Your first love was Him. I love you before you even knew anything about love. So God is first in my life. Then after that, there's my wife. There's my kids. You know, but you know the business right there. And I thank God for the business.
Beautiful.
Because the calling on my life was from God. And I got to recognize that. Because in my Sunday school lesson yesterday, we talked about David. How he praised God for who he was. People praise God for everything that we have.
Yes.
Everything. Breath that we breathe, the heart that beat. Everything. He woke me up this morning. I didn't wake myself up.
Yes.
We need it.
Yes, we do. We do. You know, I can really understand why people come and visit with you because you're such an encouraging figure. How do you view yourself?
How I view myself? Well, first of all, I'm a man of God. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a friend. And sometimes, like the Bible says, you got to be friend to the enemy. Because people do have some negativity about your time. You can't please everybody. And one day I was in the shop by myself. I said, Lord, why is it I can't please everybody? And Lord showed me, He said, you know, I'm God of all. I'm creator of everything. And I don't please everybody. A lot of people don't turn that back on me. So who am I?
Beautiful.
Who am I? I'm just a child of God. But I got to keep myself on if I'm going to serve.
Beautiful. This has been such an interesting discussion about technique, barbers. You mentioned durability. You've been here 52 years. You have a healthy relationship. As a part of moving forward, what do you see in the future?
And moving forward, the way I look at it right now, I think about it all the time. God promised me 4 and 3, which is 70 years. Anything over is a blessing from Him. So He said, life and death in the power of my hand.
Right.
So my life really in God's hand right now. You know, I can look toward the future, but I got to take a day at a time.
Beautiful.
I got to take a day at a time, because if I start looking over too far, God to say He promised me that.
Right, that's true.
Only He know what my promises are. So
I have loved just listening to you. You're such an inspiration. Do you have any questions for us as we get ready to conclude this discussion?
Well, I thank you for thinking about me, and I appreciate your interviewing me today to see what my outlooks on life is. But God using all kind of ways. Sometimes He use you to deal with me, or I can be a blessing for somebody else. So the way he get his word out there is through, I guess, interviewing me.
Yeah, and what we're gonna do, we keep this on file and we show it during African American history programs as well as a legacy. It'll be on tape for the next 30, 40 years. And I think it's so exciting that you participate in this program. And I want to thank you.
Well, I thank God for participation.
Okay, thank you. I'll let her come back and turn it on. Come turn it off.
Oh, she didn't turn it off.
Now we can talk.